Guys, it's me, Tracy, and I want to talk to you guys today about a topic that I think is important. I just wanted to kind of elaborate on it a little bit more in detail from my previous video that I did on the flakes, where I really didn't go a lot into the porosity of your hair and why it's important, and really understanding the porosity of your hair. There's three categories. There's low porosity, medium porosity, and there's also high porosity. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that and the differences between the three, and how you can find out if you have very porous hair, or if your hair is doesn't have if it has low porosity, or if it's medium porosity. So I kind of wanted to talk about that in regards to why it's important and products that you could probably use to help you with better maintaining your curls. Now, porosity simply refers to how well the moisture absorbs into your hair. And so one of the problems that I had been having with my hair was flaking. And I learned that I had low porosity hair, and when you have low porosity hair, what happens is moisture does not go into the hair shaft as easily, and so therefore products tend to kind of sit on top. So you really have to be aware of what kind of products to use and what's going to be good for your hair. One of the ways that you can find out about what your porosity is, or what level of porosity is in your hair, is to get a glass of water. That's what I did. And you fill it up, and then you take a strand of your hair that's clean and doesn't have any product on it, and then you simply drop it into the water. If you have high porosity hair, it's going to sink quickly to the bottom. Okay, so therefore it's letting you know that that hair readily absorbs water. And if you have low porosity hair, it's going to float on the top like a leaf. And that's what happened to mine. It floated on the top like a leaf. I was actually really in shock that I waited 24 hours because I was thinking, oh, it's going to sink at some point. Well, the next day, it never did sink. So I left it for the whole weekend. And you know what? On Sunday, that was on Friday night, Sunday, it was still floating, at the top, just barely had started making its way down that. And then you have normal porosity hair, which will sink a little bit, but at a medium pace. It won't go too fast and it won't go too slow. So it's important to find out or know what your porosity is, so that you can understand why products work and what products will be best for your hair, and why some products won't work for you. So when you have high porosity hair, it's usually, even though the cuticle is open more, it readily absorbs moisture, but it also kind of throws moisture back out at the same time, because it escapes that cuticle very fast. So when you're using products, you probably want to shop for more of your heavier base products. Like my daughter, for instance, she has high porosity hair, and for what works for her is using more of the heavier creams, the butters. She tends to like that, and that keeps her hair more hydrated. Whereas if I was to use that, it just wouldn't work for me. But nice, heavy, rich creams and butters are suggested for high porosity curlies who need that extra layers to hold in and seal in the moisture to the hair. If you have low porosity hair like myself, then it's better to lean or shop more towards the water-based products. Liquid leave-ins and moisturizers that will moisturize your hair without the heaviness. Also, soaking your hair and applying those products when your hair is really, really wet. Like I use Diva Curl. So the best way for me to really use those products is to apply the products on soaking wet hair which it does kind of take a little bit of a time for my hair to really get saturated. But once it's saturated, I quickly put my conditioners on and my moisturizer on and my gels on sock and wet hair, and then take a microfiber towel and then kind of scrunch out the excess water. But you want to lean towards products that are not as heavy on the hair. And also you want to stay away from too many heavy oils on your hair too, because your cuticle is kind of tight, and so if you put heavy oils on top of it, then it's going to block out the moisture, which is what you don't want. You want that moisture to go into the hair. Also, applying products when your the hair temperature is a little bit warmer, instead of rinsing your hair like in cool water. I have learned with my hair, and what's been working for me is putting my products on, rinsing my conditioners out, and applying my leave-in conditioner on warmer hair and squeezing it in. And it works fabulous. I get no flakes. The products go on great. My hair is moisturized. This is 3-day old hair. And let me tell you, it's still soft. It doesn't feel like straw. There's no flakes. And it's just, you know, my curls are nicely defined, and it just works. But understanding the porosity in my hair has really, really helped me in maintaining my curls. And that's why I wanted to come on and kind of talk about it a little bit, to give a shout out to you guys, because that's what we're all here for, is to help each other understanding our hair. And sometimes we get frustrated and we don't understand why stuff doesn't work. But understanding the porosity of your hair is essential when maintaining and taking care of your hair. So it's really important for us to really know and understand how the hair works. Understanding the density of your hair. That's also going to make a huge difference too, in knowing how much product to really use on your hair. Learning the rhythm of your curls. Learning your hair and paying attention. If you're going to seal your hair when you have low porosity hair with an oil, you want to use something that is very, very light and that resembles the natural sebum that's produced in your scalp, such as like jojoba oil or something, which is going to be light on the hair, or grapeseed oil, which is very, very light. Don't use things that are heavy like your castor oil and your heavier, thicker oils. That tends to block out the moisture with your hair. So you don't want to use that when you have low porosity curls. On the other hand, if you have medium porosity, which is normal porosity, you can still shop for nice moisturizers and conditioners that, again, are silicone free, preferably, and conditioners that can double as not only a regular conditioner but as a leave-in as well. And we always want to avoid heavy proteins in our conditioners. So you don't want to use too much protein, because you don't want to get protein overload or residual protein, because then your hair can start to feel like straw, and then you can begin to have problems. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I was trying to come on here really quick and keep this video short, but it went over a little bit. I just really wanted to make this video a quick one and kind of tell you guys, find out the porosity of your hair, because it really, really is important in knowing when you're caring for your curls, and understanding that once you understand that, you'll know what products to use, and you'll see a bigger difference on your curl journey. So I hope you guys are having a fabulous night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below, and I will do my best to get back to you and answer them as soon as I can. Mwah! Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.